When I beat you on power rule, you going to bed, nigga. That's gonna teach you to respect real niggas.
Don't get tucked in. Pussy.
Bitch, I got money now.
What's the deal, man? It's the boy McLean at Dwayne McLean TV. Back again with another video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Keep supporting the boy. Hit the hype button on these videos. Somebody wanted me. I did a video the other day. Was talking about people taking over, like the planets and all that stuff, and like who runs the planet, and how Saturn infiltrated the planet. All right. Now, reason why I be kind of iffy about talking about this, cause it loses a lot of people, right? I don't really have a goal anymore. I used to have a goal to try to wake up as many people as possible, but I realize you can't wake these people up. Some people are born to be asleep. So I used to have a goal. I can wake up 5 people a day. Man, I probably won't wake up 0 a day, honestly. And then the average person will see this and they're like, oh, this man's crazy. Because they've been brainwashed by the construct over the years. They really believe, I don't know what we're on. I highly doubt we're on a spinning ball floating around the sun in space going 1,000 miles per hour. I think that is Freemasonic science because we sit on a 666 axis. They always do stuff with 666 and stuff like that. And Saturn being the 6th planet, you know what I'm saying? This planet has been very hijacked by a lot of stuff, okay? Now, granted, we have to understand what we're actually on. What this world we're in, what we are as even humans, you know, to understand that. But before I even get there, let's talk about the planets, because I know people want to talk about that. All the gods, Greek myths, every day of the week is to worship a planet. It's all star worship, planet worship, all that stuff. Now, if you look at a planet in a telescope, it looks like a star. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Disgusting. I'm gonna edit that out. If you look at a planet through a telescope, it looks like a star, right? 9 times out of 10. Why is it that we worship those ideologies? Why we want to worship those planets? And the main thing that we worship the most, low key, not knowing, is the sun. If you break down most religions and most texts, it's the sun going through the stars, right? So we are actually in relation with the stars. The stars are not just balls of gas in the sky. Each star is a civilization, believe it or not. Where do you think the light come from, man? Each star is what we own. An earth with a sun going around it, giving off light. That sun is the king. Let me slow down. I got a ticket right here. See, it turned 35 right here, and you just doing 50 to 35. And I got those undercover got me a while back when I ain't had no lights. I got license now, but he got me a while back. I was doing. Anyways, so each star right in the sky. Each star, where do you think it gets light from? Where do you think it gets light from? Who gives us light? Sun. So each star has its own sun. It's just so far away. It's not even far away. It's really, how can I put it? Well, let's say far. It's so far away that we don't even see the sun from it because it's not rotating. You know what I'm saying? Not saying not rotating. It's not. It's. Let me not lose nobody, man. I know I'm losing y'all. Anyways, each star has its own sun. So when you see a star, you're looking at another Earth. You're looking at another Earth, right? This one right here, I guarantee you, when they look at it, they have telescopes in their planet, and they can look at us. They try to say there's no civilizations on those planets. Oh, we trying to get to Mars. We're never going to be able to get to Mars. You can get to Mars through portals, right? Because you can't escape the firmament. There's ways to get to those places, but you have to go through portals. You have to go through portals. Yeah, you have to go through portals. You just can't fly there. You see them, but you notice when we fly in the sky, when you send a balloon up to the sky, it darks out. You don't see no stars when you send a balloon up there. Go watch any video. When you go way up there, it's just the sun up there, right? It's just the sun up there. You can get there through portals, right? You can get to those other ones. But Mars has a civilization. They have a whole entire, each planet has somebody living on it, right? Same way how we living on Earth. Each planet has one. So don't think when you see that, you're just looking at nothing. They in the telescope looking at us too, like, what is that? Now, each sun is beefing. Each sun is beefing. Y'all get what I'm saying? Remember the story Star Wars? The movie Star Wars? The stars really beefing with each other. They can move each other out. Remember they said maybe push Pluto out of rotation. That was a star being pushed out. Stars be beefing. Those be suns beefing. Right now, our sun is beefing with Saturn. Saturn is not a planet. It is, I want y'all to start thinking, every star is an Earth with its own sun. That's where it gets its light from. So when we see that star, we're looking at what do they say stars are? Suns, right? Peak game. If there's a sun, it means it's shining on something. When we learn this in science school, they tell us this stuff, but they make us think it's balls of gas. What they say our sun is? A star. So each star is a sun. So each star is a sun, meaning it's shining on what? A planet, a civilization. So there's multiple civilizations. So every star in the sky is a different civilization. Some just beefing with others. Now, Saturn has a civilization on it that operates with nonsense, right? Most of these planets don't have rings around them. Most stars have rings around them, right? Meaning, when people on their planet die, they just die and they live on and they go back to the ether. Us, on this planet, we're caught in a loop, living over and over and over again. That ain't how life's supposed to be. Life on these other planets is really paradise. They live good, they live great, they're happy. Saturn, beefing with our sun, low-key makes us worship Saturn. We used to worship the sun. The sun was our first god. Think about when first civilization came, humanity came. When they talk about stories of Anunnaki coming here, where do you think they came from? Where do you think they came from? There was humans here on Earth, living in paradise, living good, chilling, minding their business. What they say, Saturn talked to Adam and Eve. The story is basically a nigga from Saturn coming from another planet through a portal, came here, and they operate different on that planet. They operate different on that planet. They disgust it. They hate themselves on that planet. They ran by that bull, that triangle, and that fire is what runs Saturn. Remember, Saturn is a civilization. Don't think there's actually human beings on Saturn and they run it and they got their people in a cycle in rings. And they low key trying to take over what do they tell you? Okay. When we watch Frieza in Dragon Ball Z, what is Frieza trying to do? Take over the universe. Who's trying to take over the universe? I mean, you try to go to planet to planet to planet. Each planet has its own sun. Right? Thing is, there's no space. You only get to them by going through different portals. I had a dream the other night. We can open portals if we spin something really, really, really fast. I had a dream, I forgot what it was, but we spun something. Ah, man, I remember it now. It was like these DNA-looking spirals. And it was like the Beyblade things. They were tall. And there were these little lines in the ground. And we pulled them. And they started spinning. And they started going so fast. And they started dinging like that. And it spun, and it hit something. And it sparked like an atom or something. And this red demon thing came out. But he was stupid as shit. Like, he was dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? When he came out, he was dumb. I don't know if there's a police about him. I don't have a policeman. I'm about to fly on this road. But he was dumb as hell when he came out. He came out with a stupid dance and everything. But that right there let me know that's how these people infiltrated our world. Or they're probably trying to escape theirs and came here. But the dude came here, seeing people living in paradise, living happy, living good, and he hated it. And they want to turn this to their world. And they're trying to go from planet to... Once Earth is done, and we in that loop, and we got rings, I guarantee you, people on another star, I want to say the Sirius star. The Sirius star, I want y'all to understand this concept. Sirius star is a sun. If it's a sun, it's shining on the civilization. So there's people on Sirius star right now living in paradise, and they probably looking in the telescope at Earth, and Earth got rings on it. They're like, why that star got rings? They not understanding. They don't even understand what it is. The rings is the souls going around it. The souls going around it. Constant rotation. Constant rotation. That's why when they hijack the planet, they start giving us this blip blob and nonsense. If you gonna do this, you gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Think about who really run this world. What they really do. Who they secretly worship. The people that really run this world is the Julie Echo Whiskies. The Julie Echo Whiskies secretly worship Saturn. Everything worships Saturn. Everything goes back to Saturn. The 33, 3 plus 3 is 6. Their star is that hexagon star. This is what's on top of Saturn. That satanic pentagram, is in the middle of that star. That's all that stuff comes from Saturn. All of it. That's why when he came here, he even changed up. They had to change up everything to fit them. They came here. They said, "We found a new spot. Let's take this one over. We need a couple thousand years." And we on to the next. Because I don't like this sun. I don't like this sun. I don't like what he do. You know, I don't like how he move. Think about how the sun moves. The sun rotates. And our sun chill with the stars. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Our sun, when it goes through its cycles, moon cycles and like, they don't like that. They don't like that. And they said Saturn sent the moon here. Sound crazy, but y'all gotta understand what really is the sun though. What really is the sun? The sun is real, just like me and you. The sun is actually accessible. It's actually accessible. You actually can speak to the sun. You can talk to the moon. You can talk to every star, and they listen. They listen. Who do y'all think? When y'all praying to God, y'all think is that nobody listening? Everything listening. The trees listening, the germs listening, bacteria listening, the air listening. What do you think wind is? Everything listening. The sun listens. The sun knows stuff. The sun is accessible. But Saturn don't like that dude for some reason. I don't know why they beefing or what beef it is, but I do know that he hijacked this planet. Not even him. The people own Saturn. But it's a sun there. Because the sun is a deity. The sun is just like me and you, but it's an eternal, immortal being. Think about it. Think about a true immortal that never dies. The sun ain't going nowhere. They try to tell us, oh, in 1 billion years, the sun's going to burn out. We all going to be dead by then. When nobody knows the sun's never going to burn out. The sun ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Right? Now, I want y'all to think about the Dark Ages. Remember, they said it's like 600 years of the Dark Ages. That's probably when the sun got jumped and the moon came here and all types of stuff. Like, it just got dark on the planet. It was dark on the planet for like 600 years. That's really real. That's probably when the sun finally got jumped out of his own. He flowing. And then the moon pull up, the sun pull up, you know what I'm saying? Because, or whatever happens, something happens where he got jumped. And for 600 years, or he moved us out the solar, or he came back, who knows? But there was a reason when that happened, when that dark age happened, he had to come back, right? Came back and all nonsense broke loose after the Dark Ages. So there's niggas on Saturn right now doing the same stuff we doing. And they doing it 1,000,000 times worse. 1,000,000 times worse. They trying to make it just like that. And it has to do with the thing in the sky. The sun is real. The sun, y'all gotta look at the sun. It moves every day. The moon and the sun are real. They are living. Those are actually immortal God beings. And we are just, we ain't no different from it. We ain't that far from it. And that's why they try to come up with science to make you understand, think the sun is some big ball of gas. Y'all, what y'all think that light and that heat is? You know what I'm saying? Think that light and that heat is. You know what I mean? That's real. That's him working with us. Now, granted, I did have another theory where I said that we wake up with the sun every day, meaning we go to bed when he go to bed. And without humans, the planets and the stars have they have nobody to worship them. They're pretty much useless. Not really. Because the sun had no issue with just shining on this planet here. You know what I'm saying? And letting it operate. Think about it. Every day he woke up, you know, they try to make it seem like, oh, it's the wild jungle and people was dying. Nah, we were living great, man. Yeah, there was some wild animals and stuff like that happened, but that happened afterwards. We were animals, man. Yeah, animals eat each other and stuff like that, but I'm trying to paint this picture that the planets need humans for importance. Some of them. I don't think all, but without humans, what importance do it really have? You know what I'm saying? Who is it really gonna shine on to do something? You know what I'm saying? Where the trees are gonna grow? You know what I mean? But they said these trees was huge at one point. It was a paradise, y'all. Watch the movie Avatar. They came there and blew down a tree, and it was some white people. Watch the movie Avatar. Avatar tell you, man, what it was, man. They still run the same play. I think the Julie Echo whiskeys, I think that bloodline or something like that ain't from here, or it's real. Here's another theory. It might be some niggas from Saturn, like they say the Anunnaki and them were all black, that came here. One of them didn't like his own people, and he brought his creation of the Julie Echo whiskeys with him, and he created them, and they the ones causing problems. You know what I'm saying? But we could talk about this topic all day. Let me know if I lost y'all. Let me know if you rocking with it. Hey, and be like, hey man, Dwayne, get off the drugs. I ain't even on drugs. I ain't did drugs in so long. I ain't gonna lie. I miss drugs. But I'm joking. But nah, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Am I on the money? Am I going crazy? Or what do you think? Let me know, man, in the comment section. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. It's the boy, McClain, TV. Y'all bless, y'all be safe. I'm out.